Kieron Gillen's final arc in the main Star Wars comic brought some closure to a character he first created for the Darth Vader comic back in 2015. Today we'll be talking about the complete story of Queen Trios of Shu-Torun. Trios was the third and youngest child of the King of Shu-Torun, a volcanic industrial world that was rich in rare ores and minerals. As the Republic shifted into the Empire, Shu-Torun supplied the new government with materials for Star Destroyers and many other building projects. But as the Empire raised quotas, the planet's royalty began to push back. So Darth Vader visited Shu-Torun to negotiate terms, but the king attempted to assassinate the Sith Lord using Trios as expendable bait. The plan failed and Vader killed the king and his two eldest children. Having inherited the crown, Trios was presented a gift from Vader, a chunk of rock from the destroyed Alderaan, a threat to Shu-Torun should it continue to stand against the Empire. From that point forward, Trios began working alongside Vader to remove the rebellious Ore Barons from the planet. They worked well together, and Trios was even able to gain the respect of the Imperial agent. From the front lines, she led her soldiers to victory against the Ore Barons, determined to remove any threat of planetary destruction. Sometime later, the Empire had need of mining specialists to secure more kyber crystals for the second Death Star. Trios and some Shu-Torun technology were summoned to the remains of Jedha, where they continued to rip the planet apart, mining what was left. During her mission, she encountered Leia Organa, Luke Skywalker, and Han Solo. She took that chance to side with them, pledging to work as a double agent, give supplies to the rebellion, and help them build their fleet. She helped the Alliance free the Mon Calamari King Li Char from Imperial prison, rallying the Mon Calamari people and their fleet to fight the Empire. But when Alliance High Command was gathered in one place, Trios revealed herself to still be loyal to Vader. Her time working with the rebellion was a ruse to gather Alliance leadership to one spot and destroy it. She escaped as Darth Vader's Super Star Destroyer appeared and began to pick off rebel capital ships one by one. Leia and a handful of cruisers escaped, but the rebellion was scattered across the galaxy. During her time in hiding, Leia developed a plan to attack Shu-Torun, removing the planet as an Imperial asset and getting revenge on Trios. The focus was on destroying a structure called the Spike, which controlled all planetary functions. Without it, Shu-Torun and its people would be left unharmed, but it would become useless to the Empire. However, Leia recruited Two Tubes and his partisans on the mission, and they attempted to overload the Spike, which would rip the planet apart. Trios realized her planet's death was imminent and fought Leia personally to stop it. She was killed in the duel, but apologized to Leia for tricking her, and the Queen and the Princess found common ground as leaders who would do anything to save their people. Leia vowed to stop Two Tubes, and she successfully saved the planet from annihilation. Shu-Torun was ultimately spared by the Empire despite the loss of its industrial resources. Darth Vader claimed they already had what they needed for their current construction projects, which likely included the second Death Star. And so ends the story of Queen Trios. I really enjoyed her character, especially as she became involved with Leia. The two of them are opposite sides of the same coin in a sense. Trios is Leia if she were pushed too far, and who's to say Leia wouldn't have become Trios if Tarkin hadn't destroyed Alderaan on a whim. Trios' story was told in Kieron Gillen's Darth Vader comic series, starting with its first annual, and was continued in Gillen's Star Wars comics, beginning with the Ashes of Jedha arc if you want to read about her for yourself. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.